we talk about something? I feel like everybody's always giving black women advice about how they should present themselves and how they should look so that they attract a certain type of man or a black man in general. As a black woman who is constantly changing her aesthetic throughout the week, whether it's because I'm going to work or I'm about to go out, I don't attract black men when I look like this. I'm gonna be so for real, I don't. Black men do not check for me when I look like this. And I look like this 9 times out of 10. They do not check for it. I don't care how cute I look, how well my makeup is done, how feminine I dress. They do not look at me twice when my hair looks like this. The only time I feel like I get a strong pull and a strong reaction from black men is when I wear a wig. Honorable mention for braids. Sometimes braids yeah, braids too. But when I go out looking like this, they don't want me. I don't know if it's because they think I look old or I look like an auntie, but this is my aesthetic Monday to Friday. So I'm just sick of the cap. Like, I'm sick of hearing, I want a feminine woman. I want a woman who wears her natural hair. No, you don't. I really want them to learn what texturism and featureism really is. I really do, because
All right, y'all.
can we talk about something?
So thank y'all for being here and welcome back to my channel. I am your host, Mona. So I wanted to play this clip because y'all, we have some things to talk about, and I've been meaning to get to this topic for quite some time now, and I've covered on my channel on numerous occasions the topic of natural hair, why men say that they prefer natural hair, also why men who are getting with women who may not choose to wear their natural hair, how they may not be able to sway those women, especially if this is something that they, prefer as their aesthetic, as their preferred look, so on and so forth, for whatever their reason is, how you are not going to be able to change that woman's mind. I've covered that topic um, on this channel before, but I wanted to touch on this concept about how, for a long time, there has been this conversation in the natural hair or just amongst Black women in general with respect to, should a woman wear her natural hair? Should we just leave women alone, especially Black women, when it comes to, the wearing of wigs and weaves? Now, to each his own, okay? But if you've been watching my channel long enough, you know that I am definitely team natural. I am definitely raising a young daughter who loves her natural hair, and I only want to show my daughter, the versatility of her natural hair, and put an emphasis on the fact that there is no hair that is better than the hair you have on your head, okay? So that is something that I prioritize with respect to, our, your look and your upkeep and your hygiene, because taking care of your hair is a part of your hygiene for all of us. Okay. And we also understand that Black women are not the only women that wear wigs and weaves. Okay. And there's going to be another conversation we are going to have today about wearing wigs and weaves and the concept of protective styling. So we're going to touch base on that a little bit, but I want to show you all a video, y'all, that's been trending. Okay. And let me just go ahead and get this out the paint. And I thank y'all for being here. But there's this video that I found when I went on Instaghetto, y'all. Y'all know it's always some ish on Instaghetto. Ooh-wee. But there was a video that I found, y'all, and it's very sad, y'all, but I'm going to share my screen. But I want y'all to see this title. So the title says, and I apologize in advance, you may have to, or I may have to play the video twice, because this woman is of, or directly from, the African motherland. Okay, so you may have some difficulty making out some of the words. There are captions already on this video, but the title of the video says African pastor claims wearing your natural hair will not find you a husband, quote unquote. You better wear your wig, go and spend that money on hair. Who natural hair help? Okay, y'all. I don't know about the 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 But we about to get into it, y'all. And I'm gonna have to exit out of this and come back to this because we got to get into this, y'all.
Will have friends must first show yourself friendly. You're squeezing your face. Nobody is calling me, but this is how your face is. Friday night, you're at home. Monday, you're at home. Tuesday, you're at home. Instead of you to be smiling, be shining your teeth anywhere you are. When your friends are hanging out, say, I'm coming. When your colleagues are going to work, say, maybe that's where my husband will be. Let me dress up and join them. Show yourself friendly, and then you will have friends. All of you will be carrying natural hair about. Who natural hair help? Okay. Better wear your wig. I'm doing like this. And be flipping it. Go and spend that money on hair.
Child.
Draw your brows. Buy lip gloss. Look good. Natural hair is not selling market. When you marry, you off your wig because you have entered. There's nothing they can do about it. But before you, Bible says, he that will have friends must first show himself friendly.
Know. She said when you enter into your marriage, then you can relax and take off the wig. Lord have mercy. So basically, what this woman is trying to say, this prophetic pastor Lord that's telling us a bunch of bull and laugh. Y'all, this to me is very comical. I believe that God does give and place a gift upon people to be leaders, right? When it comes to being prophets in the pulpit. But a woman up here with that amount of makeup that don't match her skin, she got about 10 pounds of makeup. Child, I bet you if she rolled down that turtleneck, y'all, that her chest would be about black as my sweater. But y'all, this is an issue. This is an issue, and it's wild because she's an African woman telling women the only way you can secure a husband is by wearing a wig, and basically saying nobody's checking for your natural hair, that nobody cares about, your natural hair, girl. It's the wigs, it's team wigs that's winning, girl. And I'm saying, I played that first clip and then I'm playing this. And y'all, the comment section was going in, okay, about the wigs. And I've covered this topic a little bit, but not from the perspective of just solely like, oh, you got to wear your hair like this. I believe that you should do what you think is best or in your best interest. But I'm going to also say this. As a woman who has been natural for I want to say close to 20 years. Okay. That sounds like such a long time. And it was, y'all. But for a woman who has been natural. So basically, a little backstory. I have done the not a wig. Okay. The closest thing I've ever had to a wig, y'all. I don't know if you've been a long time listener of mine. I told my story time of how I got a sew in and I got roasted, y'all. And the reason why I got roasted is because, I did something that would not normally be, as for a hairstyle or a choice of a style for me. Okay. So basically, when I got out of high school or right at the time of right before graduation, I made a conscious choice to stop wearing, the glued in bang trash, not the bang yang. Y'all, the glued in Bang tracks, I have been getting relaxers ever since I was, a very young child, probably about, ooh, probably since I was in the first grade. My mother was putting relaxers, which that's still totally different, but it's kind of in the same vein because we're talking about embracing the way that your natural hair grows out your scalp. And I ditched the glued in ponytails, the phony tails. I ditched the bang, and I just decided to go cold turkey. Okay. I decided to just, wear my natural hair short. I probably big chopped, at least 10, 15 times, y'all, throughout my adult life. And my last big chop was probably about a year ago. Okay. I had a very short afro. If you go on my channel and you see the photo that is on my banner, that is how short my hair was. Now my hair is a big puff. Now I can get my hair straightened and probably wear, like a wrap or something, but that's not my preferred style. But what I'm saying is that, there's a lot to be said about a woman with pounds of makeup, y'all. Lord have mercy. I just can't. you know, Claiming to do the Lord's work, but in turn teaching self hate. She's teaching women to hate the way that God made you. That to me, that's not like God, right? That's not Christ like to tell women to hate themselves the way that God made them. Y'all, hold on. I got to get somebody on the line. I got to get somebody in here, y'all.
What I'm talking about?
That ain't what I'm talking.
Help me understand.
Lord, help us, Dr. Umar, because that is a dang on mess. You're teaching, you know, you're the leader of a flock of women, okay? And you're teaching these women who are, you heard in the background in the video, a lot of them were co-signing with her that, oh, all you got to do is put a wig on. All you got to do is pretend. All you got to do is put 10,000 pounds of makeup on. And then once you get the man, then you're all set. And I'm here to tell you that's not going to work. I feel really bad for the young lady who in the beginning of this video shared her experience about, feeling that with her natural hair, she could not attract, okay, a man. And I'm going to call cap on that. I'm going to call cap on what that young lady is saying because for myself, when I was a younger woman before meeting my husband, wearing my natural hair, even as a short afro, I never had a problem with not just attracting any man, but attracting solid men, okay, or presumably solid men, okay. Never had that issue, okay. So when I'm listening to this young woman, I don't know if it's a matter of in her mind she may have an image of the type of man that she liked. Maybe it was the fact that of maybe where she lives, but I could bet my bottom dollar that that young lady, she was very pretty, makeup and all, that she, with her natural hair, could definitely attract, some decent young men. Now, regardless of how you wear your hair, natural wig or whatever, a pookie gonna always be a pookie, okay? Pookie gonna pookie, okay? That's just going to happen. And even as me being a, woman who has been deep in the natural hair game, you know, I've never experienced anything, that was disrespectful or anything from a man, even still today, because I wear my natural hair. If anything, it's quite the opposite. I actually draw more attention to myself because for many different reasons, but people would look at me and they may assume, oh, the texture of my hair, or they would just want to know and they're just curious. So I don't get offended by any of that. But I'm here to tell you, young ladies, that, and I've covered this topic before, and the men in my chat who support this channel, who want to see black men and black women, come together and be married and be successful. All the men say, the majority of the men say, I would prefer my woman to wear her hair natural. Okay. And I'm going to say this as well. Now, there might be men who may say that they don't care, about your natural hair, and that's true as well. There are some men that they could give two damns about you wearing the wig, okay? Because as this woman says, okay, you can take the wig off, and when you at home, I don't know if you're still sleeping in that damn stocking cap or not. I don't know. To each his own. But seriously, some men, they don't really care about that. They feel like this is you, this is how you express yourself, this is what makes you feel better. I can rock with that as long as everything else is in alignment with, what they want for a wife. Okay. And also, there are some men who may say, I'm okay with that, but really deep down, they really don't like it, and they might take an issue and they might bring it up. So I'm going to say this: if there's any men and you really know that that's something that is, a deal breaker for you, and just like women, we have deal breakers, men are allowed to have deal breakers too. Please don't get with a woman that loves extensions, that loves wigs, that really is not big on going out in public, or showing up outside the home with her natural hair, full-time commitment. Please don't expect that woman to change. And also, if you do meet a woman and maybe, you know, you bring that up, right? And she might be willing to make that change. Please give her some grace and some time, because I'm here to tell you, for all of us, myself included, we have had to go through years of unlearning about our hair and relearning when it comes to this natural hair, journey that many of us have had to go through. Natural hair, in and of itself, to the extent that it is today, is something that's still relatively new. And I will still argue that there are still more women that are not either comfortable, or it's just not their preferred choice to wear their natural hair out than not. Okay. I see a lot more wigs than I see afros, y'all. Okay. And to each his own. But as far as me and my home, and as far as me making sure that, I am appeasing to my husband, we're team natural over here. And for me, most importantly, I like my natural hair. That is something that's important to me. It's important for my lifestyle. And again, I have a young daughter, so I want her to see what it looks like in her own home, to be comfortable and be confident with the way that God made you, and understanding that, the lies that individuals want to sell us on with respect to natural hair is hard. I would argue that sitting up in the mirror for hours trying to lay down and melt that damn lace on your forehead is hard as well. But I digress. And again, to each his own. And I'm going to say this too. I've seen some amazing wigs, but that's like similar to our, texture, kinky, curly, whatever y'all want to label it, nappy, so on and so forth. I've seen some really good wigs, okay? Um, and I've seen some really bad wigs, because that wig she got on ain't it. But this is also kind of segueing to the conversation I've always had on this channel as well, which is we have women, okay? And there are some women that, and I don't know her marital status, but there are also some women who might be undermining a woman who may hear that message and is marriage minded, and she's really undermining that woman as well, because she might be a woman that's willing to adjust to a man of her interest, and that a man that shows interest in her, and they are courting. Okay, she's being courted, I should say, for marriage. And maybe she wants to wear her natural hair out and be confident and be comfortable in that. But you have women like her who will sit up here and lie in your face. I have a grandmother who passed away, God rest her soul. And even when she was battling cancer, I never seen her wear a wig. And you know what she would tell me? And I can remember this like it was yesterday. I was maybe, when she had her first round of cancer that she fought, I was probably 11 years old, 12 years old. And she was saying, there is no hair that you can buy that looks better than the hair that God gave you. Okay.
Okay. That part.
That's facts. That is facts. That is facts, y'all. And it's just disgusting when I hear a woman like that, trying to take a dump on women who are, proudly wearing their natural hair and being sold lies. Okay. Y'all should see this comment section over here. And I think I'm going to read a couple comments, okay? Because the people are like, what the hell is she talking about? You listen to a woman like this, you definitely will be single. You will definitely not be confident in yourself. You will definitely doubt yourself. And you're going to be wearing wigs to the day you pass on, and you will be lonely. So I just want to read some of these comments. But most importantly, this is about self-respect. This is about, self-acceptance, self-love. This woman obviously has been brainwashed, okay? Or she's lying and she's pandering, and I hope that she ain't pandering, but to me, it's really giving pander bear. But I want to read some of these comments over here, and thank y'all for listening, y'all. I'll just be going into my mode, but I'm really passionate about, the image of Black women, but most importantly, when it comes to our natural hair, and I understand the history, okay, especially as me being a Black woman and having grown up in the inner city, through several decades, having seen the change and transition and how much hair impacts the identity of Black women. This is disgusting what this woman is talking about. But I want us to listen to some of these comments. So here, this is a young lady. She's a local hairstylist, and I do follow her on IG. And she says, pathetic in all caps. Can we talk about it? Super pathetic. Pathetic prophet, y'all. Telling y'all lies. So basically, she says to preach to women that embracing their God-given hair is wrong just teaches and promotes self-hate. 110% self-hate. Y'all, we got a lot of things going on, okay? To hate yourself, to tell women lies about their hair, and you sitting up here, y'all, you cannot be confident sitting up in here telling women to hate their hair, and you wearing a whole Indian horse on your top of your damn head. And then I see my good sister. Shout out to you. Take heed. Y'all, please make sure y'all check out my sister Take Heed to the Message on Instagram and YouTube, you guys. But she called her a liar, and me and her were going back and forth about this in agreement that this woman is a lie. Okay. And people over here are big mad. Here comes someone saying she could have kept this to herself. The colonizers did a number on Africa too. Can we talk about it? Shoot, hold on. I got to get my person up in here. Where is he at? I don't know.
Help me understand.
Dr. Umar, we need you, sir. Talk to him. False prophet. That's exactly. Somebody said an African preaching against natural hair is wild. Absolutely wild.
You ain't never lied. You ain't never lied. You ain't lied.
Y'all, this is crazy. So I say this to any young women who are listening to this message, or women in general. If you are interested in embracing your natural hair, and that is something that you want to do, over the years, this hair care community has changed. Okay. I definitely share some of my, tips and tricks and things over on my channel, but you don't have to listen to me. You can, do your YouTube, your Google search, and find someone. I always advise women to find someone in your community who specializes in the care of natural hair. Okay. And, book that consult. Okay. Instead of spending money on these old dusty ass wigs, spend that money on a consult. Spend that money on a consult. We get so caught up on just throwing a wig on, but we don't place an emphasis on the health of our hair. Your hair is an extension of your hygiene. Okay, all of that goes together. Them braids that some of y'all I be seeing on TikTok leaving them damn wigs in for 11 weeks. Y'all, it's crazy. It's so crazy. Air just be ate the F up. And now there are some people that really know how to lay that lace, but they know how to remove it properly. And they also understand that wigs were never really made for full-time use, especially these lace fronts, y'all. Lace front wigs were truly designed for people in the entertainment industry. Entertainment industry. Lord, I got to get it together. It was not made for you to throw on a wig every day. You go into your trash can, put on a wig. Go into the grocery store, let me put my wig on. Going everywhere with a wig. And I think, again, to each his own. And I think the thing that's even more, interesting to me is how we have also decided to pass along the habit of wearing wigs, but we don't have any good hygiene habits when it comes to the care of our natural hair. And then you're passing it along to your minor daughters. Now, what you do when you were an adult, that's your business. But to me, it's really more important that I teach my daughter today the importance of healthy hair maintenance. Going in, every 8 weeks. This is what we do. Every 8 weeks, we are going, my daughter and I, to get our ends trimmed. Every week, we are washing our hair. Every, so often we might have to swap out our products, okay, depending on the season or whatever. All right. So there's just different things that we all need to do with respect to hair health. I mean, unless you just don't give a damn about your hair, but the shit that I see on TikTok, y'all can convince me that y'all do. So y'all, that's all I wanted to talk about. I did have another video that I want to talk about, but I think I might make it a separate topic, y'all, because this video is a good amount of time that I spent talking today. But the bottom line is, to lie to women, to tell them basically F your own God-given hair, and you sitting up here as a quote unquote prophet and pastor lying, to the congregation, you should be ashamed of your damn self. That's very pathetic, like the one commenter said. You're lying to people, teaching self-hatred. Ma'am, you need to step the F down from what you're doing. So if you have enjoyed my commentary today, please leave a like. All right, comment down below. Tell me what you all think. All right, and until the next video, peace.
Not on my watch. Not on my watch.